Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 31, and in today's episode we're going to do a few things. Firstly, we're going to do an SBC. We're also going to be doing some Weekend League. We're going to finish up our little Weekend League progress, by the way, in this episode. If you do enjoy, do me a massive favour, hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget, I double uploaded yesterday, so there might be an episode from last night that you haven't checked out yet. If so, pause this one, go watch it. Catch yourself up, come back, enjoy yourself, and you've basically had 2 episodes for the price of 1. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, of course, and turn that notification bell on so you never miss an upload. So, Born Legends was an SBC that came out on, I believe, Saturday night, which is when this was filmed, and then the gameplay from the Weekend League was from yesterday, when I was playing on Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning into afternoon, I'm pretty sure. So with the SBC, I literally had enough players in the club, apart from I needed to buy 1 Inter player. Now, they obviously shot up in price, as I'm sure probably Chelsea players did as well. Luckily, I had an untradeable Mason Mount in my squad. And with these SBCs, if you are the sort of person that has maybe done untradeable rivals rewards, you might have some of the lower rated players that you wouldn't necessarily use as first owners for the objectives, for, you know, the icon swaps. However, you might have a lot more players to submit into an SBC like this, and then you're going to be getting tradable rewards back, and you never know what you could pack from that, right? You could end up getting a really great first owner player that you could use for your objectives, or, you know, getting someone that is worthwhile selling and making you coins. So yet another reason why I think doing like untradeable rivals rewards is probably, it's just the way forward if you're fully going to engage in a lot of the content that comes out. I just feel like you're getting more bang for your buck, really, aren't you? So I end up doing the first 3 parts of the SBC and doing those packs because I was just hoping that maybe I would pack an Inter Milan player, because I sat there for about 20 minutes trying to snipe one, and genuinely it just wasn't happening. People were so much quicker than me, to the point where I just experienced a load of delay that day in game on Saturday in yesterday's episode, and I didn't know whether like my controller wasn't right or whether the servers were so delayed in the menus that I couldn't even snipe someone. I didn't know what was wrong, or whether my fingers just stopped working. But I couldn't snipe a player for love nor money, so I decided to do these packs in the slim chances that I might get an Inter Milan player in the actual reward packs themselves. So I built the rest of the squad. All of the players were in there except 1 Inter player, and I could literally have gone on the market and bought anyone, but hey, if we can get one in a pack, that saves us the coins of actually buying them. And they did go up quite a lot in price. When I was sniping them, I literally wasn't able to get one when they were, I think I had about 6,000 coins as my maximum budget, because that's about all I've got in the club right now. So that's nuts, isn't it? Like, if you had any Inter players in your club, you are laughing, mate. You're going to be able to sell them, make some profit. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? We did the Pookie SBC at the start of yesterday, like yesterday's first upload, and I had Inter players. I got like Sanchez and some other players for 1,000 coins. Imagine if we'd have managed to just stock up. If we just knew this SBC was coming somehow and we just stocked up on Inter players, that would have been quite nice. We'd have made absolute bank. But eventually we get a Politano for, I think it was 5.5k, and again, that was a snipe, so like someone would have got that literally a moment later if I hadn't have done so, and that is enough to complete this squad. I'm submitting. You can see there's a bunch of Prem players there. They're not good enough to actually use in my squad. Maybe Antonio is good enough that I could have used as a first owner, but again, I'll figure it out. I've got Rashford, and I've also got Timo Pukki, so I've got 2 good attackers from the Prem should I need for first owners anyway, so I can happily get rid of those. For a Premium Gold Players Pack and a Rare Electrum, so we opened the Premium Gold Players Pack first, and I thought it was going to be something good, but then those doors got absolutely kicked open, so it was moving far too fast to get anything amazing. But again, Adariz, should we need a first owner Adariz? I don't know. He's only got 61 pace. I can't see myself using him, if I'm honest. Maybe he's the sort of player that you start in your team and bring off, because I'm pretty sure for these objectives, although you need 7 first owner players in the starting 11, I think you can bring off 3 of them, make 3 subs and bring on anyone you like. I think it's just the 7 players in your starting 11. So might be a wise move, I guess, for you guys to bring on some substitutes, and then you only need really 4 pretty usable players from each league, and you're golden. So unfortunately for us, the packs weren't that amazing. I mean, it was a worthwhile SBC to do because we've swapped out some untradable players for some tradable players. It means that we can up our coin balance should we ever want to do that. But unfortunately, we didn't get super lucky is the only thing really. So I decided now to do what I said in the last episode, which is to let Goretzka go, sell him on the market, and then bring Ndombele to the bench and bring in Wijnaldum for the actual starting 11. Rather than having a 25k player as my bench player, let's get someone that I think might be a little bit better than Ndombele into our starting 11. So we managed to go and pick one up for 23.5k in the cam position already, which is exactly where I need him to be. For chemistry reasons, linking to Mane, I do need to play him cam and then drop Sissoko down to centre mid. I don't need to change Sissoko's position though because he's still on 10 chemistry, so that's good. And I don't know how long the team will stay like this for. I have been having thoughts of just completely changing it up. Alan is a player that I really want to bring in, and like Insigne, Mertens, so that's something that I might consider doing. If so, people like Sissoko, Wijnaldum, Mane, they're all we can say goodbye to them and they're gonna have to go at some point. But it all just depends really on how I'm feeling, what the prices of players are doing over the next week or so, because you know we're gonna really not be focusing on our main squad so much in the near future. It's mainly gonna be, can we do these objectives and can we put squads together where we can get the objectives done? So we are 10-2, needing 4 wins to reach the promised land of Gold 3 today. So that is exactly what my mission was, and I chose to accept it. Sissoko, we get this ball from a corner and I decide to play it short, and like there's just a lot of stuff going on around the box, but for some reason he rushes his keeper out. I play it into Neymar and do a chip shot first time, and luckily, like, sometimes those shots can just go wayward. They could get absolutely no power behind it whatsoever, but it just about had enough power on it to take that one past the goalkeeper, whereas I don't know if a regular shot would have done so. So we're 1-0 up against this guy with his lone Van Dijk and his Sergio Ramos and stuff, like a good defence and a good team, and I make it 2-0 not long after. We just powered it down the wing and then crossed it in, and Lucas Moura was at the back post there to tap home, and so that was great. So then we move on. Mane running down that wing. He is just literally going to keep going, knock it across. Neymar's there, and this game didn't have much more going on about it, you know. 3-0, we basically just cruise, and that's about it. We're gonna take the victory from this first game right here. My opponent did decide to stay for the whole rest of the game. There were a couple of chances at either end, but mainly for me. And at the end of the day, we're gonna get a 3-0 win and move this one up to 11 wins. So 11-2 now. Nice. That's a 9-game win streak. Can we make it a 10-game win streak? Well, it's gonna be difficult against this squad right here. That is Aubameyang. That is flashback Walcott, Mane, Kante, Pogba. Like that's an expensive team that this guy's got. He's got some very good players, but we've got a couple of good players in our club as well. And that little flick up, that flick over the defender there from Neymar was just sublime. And he managed to actually finesse it into the back of the net. We go 1-0 up after 3 minutes in this game. Neymar just doing work, and I have switched him to number 10 for those of you that were asking me to do so. I actually thought he was number 11. I don't know why. I thought he's apparently number 10. But that means we're now not got Mane at number 10, so I don't know. But hey, we'll go with it for now. It doesn't really matter, does it, in terms of actual player numbers? But my opponent's Pogba was pretty good. He was definitely the troublesome player, and Aubameyang, I guess, because he's very fast. But as you can see there, Pogba, I think, ends up getting 2 of the goals. At least making them anyway. And how that's not a penalty, I have no idea. Literally, absolutely no idea. But hey, we get a little bit of comeuppance in a moment because the ball just drops to me. Neymar knocks it into Mane. Mane plays that through ball back to Neymar. I smash it, comes out, end up getting the ball again when he tries to clear it. And Lucas hits home to get the equaliser in the 45th minute. Maybe that's a bit of 45th minute cheese. I don't know, but we'll take the equaliser and go into half-time with lots more opportunities than my opponent, but possession-wise, he's having a better game than me. And I noticed that he's also switched to a 3-5-2, really trying to go for this game, and as you can see here, we're in the 113th minute, so not much happened in the second half, but we did go all the way to extra time, and Neymar knocks it across to Ousmane Dembele. and I score a goal in the 114th minute to put myself 3-2 up. This was a very, very tough one. I sent him a GG message after the game, and I got, cheers mate, GG's to you as well. So I appreciate that. You know, that was just that game genuinely I think could have gone either way. We were at very similar skill levels, and I think the fact that he went to a 3-5-2, it could have helped him, of course. He was going all out to try and win, but I had a lot more space down the wings, and running against tired defenders, I had space to get behind them and then whip that ball across, and that's how I was able to get my goal. So we take our first Icon Swaps player for getting 9 wins in Foot Champs, which is cool. You know, that's one of many needed, and I'll focus on them more next week, or in the coming episode, should I say, this week, I guess. And we also get up to 25 Champs wins, which is cool. So we get another 2-player pack, another 2 rare player pack. So you never know with these ones. This is like a gold upgrade. You know, this could be a board, could be a walkout, could be absolutely nothing. However, it is going to be untradeable, so it's not going to make that much of a difference, but it'd be cool if we get someone good, right? Unfortunately, once again, the animation is far too quick, and we're just going to get ourselves a rare gold, and it turns out to be a Spaniard left back from La Liga. Maybe we use him as a first owner player should we need to, because he actually has quite good stats. Not too bad at all. So then that was over and done with. We need to carry on in here. We have got our 10-game win streak. We are now 12-2. And going into this one, this guy's got a nice team. Neymar into Mane. Mane turns the defender quite nicely and plays that lovely ball through to Neymar. It took 27 minutes, but we got our goal. And what was really surprising to me is that this guy decided to just quit after 1-0. And he had a few opportunities. He hit the inside of the post. I don't know whether he felt like I got a little bit lucky to actually make that opportunity and score. But yeah, as you can see there, he'd had 3 shots all off target. And I guess I'd had 6. So maybe I wasn't as bad as I thought I was. But he was at the end of his tether and decided to quit after we got our 1-0 goal. So that's an 11-game win streak, and that's 13-2. And all we need now is one more win, and we're going to be at the promised land where we want to be. But I go 1-0 down against this guy. He was a good player, to be fair, and I checked his profile out afterwards. Someone that hit elite multiple times last year, which is, again, you know, just a little bit out of my skill bracket. And then, well, we end up getting a goal with Gini here. At this point, I had pushed all of my squad up to, like, constant pressure, as much, like, as high a depth as you can possibly be. I just needed to go for it, and it didn't pay off because, yeah, we got 1 goal, but we were so open in defence. Basically, this guy just dropped back and had a really, really low defence and then could hit me on the counter-attack. There doesn't seem to be any potential, like, risk or danger of doing that. You don't seem to lose more stamina and stuff. So obviously that's why there is this little bit of an epidemic of drop back players right now. It is so very difficult to play against, and you can still counter just as well. I have one of my formations is a drop back 1 depth, and that is literally just to see out a game at the very, very end should I need to do so. Or, you know, if we've got like a 2 or 3-0 lead and I just need to see the game out, then we'll do that. Or of course just to counter someone that is also doing the exact same thing if I'm feeling particularly toxic that day. But yeah, like, we lose that game, fair enough. We end up getting battered in the end. And then I go 2-0 down in my next game. And I think my head started to go a little bit. I decided in this one to just quit. Because, again, I don't think I was going to get anything from this game. I think the guy was a better player than me. So into what is going to be the final game of the episode. So we're actually going to get a win here. This will take us up to 14 wins. But yeah, I basically just lost my head a little bit towards with those 2 losses in a row. A little bit frustrated, a little bit like, actually, you know what, Tom? Just relax, because you need 1 more win to hit your target. It's going to come eventually, even if it takes a few losses along the way. Just try and play pressure free, and you should be all good. So that's exactly what I did. Now, this next opponent was good on possession, good at left stick dribbling, but I was able to sneak the ball off him 4 or 5 minutes into play, counter-attack, and then hit him with a green time power shot with Neymar. So we already 1-0 up. So we were, you know, off to a good start. And then, even though he was good at possession and stuff, his defence was leaving gaps for me to exploit. So I knock it through and end up getting a 2-0 goal after 11 minutes with Musa Sissoko. And then my opponent decided to speed up the play a little bit. Now, he ends up whipping that ball in, and it is Tolisso that fires home. And now it's 2-1. So, you know what? We're on our 4-4-2. We're banging in the goals. That's what's working for us. Let's not try and sit this game out, see this game out. Let's just try and outscore my opponent. Let's try and score more goals and play nice and aggressive in our nice style. 3-1 up, we knock it through. Mane's got space again. I strike the ball, get super fortunate that it ends up falling back to Neymar on the rebound, and we get the goal from that. So we're 4-1 up there. Yeah, I give a penalty away right at the very end, and that was just, again, good left stick dribbling from Werner, who I somehow kept quiet all game, and Leon Bailey, who is a bit of a hero from old, a bit of a FIFA Road to Glory nostalgic hero from previous years. He ends up scoring the penalty against me. It doesn't matter, you know, we end up getting our 14 wins, and that is Gold 3 OP achieved. Nice one. So I decided to stop there because, one, I was happy with the Gold 3 finish. I'm not going to lie, I like finishing Gold 3. There will definitely be weeks where I play further. It just wasn't going to be this week. I had a lot of editing to do, and I just decided that, yeah, I was comfortable finishing there. Don't necessarily feel like you absolutely have to carry on in the weekend league should you get to a position where you'd be happy with the rewards. That's one thing I think you guys should definitely take on board. So in terms of like goal contributions and stuff, Neymar's over 100 contributions in 56 games. The guy's killing it. The guy's a beast. I love him. And Wijnaldum, I think, has been an upgrade. I think he's been a big improvement in the midfield over Ndombele. Now, we can bring Ndombele on should we need to, but I have been enjoying Wijnaldum quite a lot. And then 27 contributions in 23 games from Mane. As a striker, he's getting a lot of assists, but not necessarily scoring too much. So I don't know about him. It might be time that we change the team. I might offload. You know, you never know with me. I change my mind all the time on my team. It might be time to try a new formation. I might try and get good at 4-2-3-1. Might try and get good at 4-1-2-1-2. I don't know. But there are many players and decisions and stuff that I've been thinking about. So Wijnaldum might be gone almost soon. Like players like Sissoko, Wijnaldum, Mane, Mora, like they're going to go if I decide to maybe get like Allen and Mertens and stuff in. I might go down that route. I'm not too sure. We will figure this out and you'll find out, I guess. I mean, we're going to be spending a lot of our time in the next few episodes working on the objectives. So I'll be doing some squad battles. I'll be in rivals with first owner players and teams and trying to get my wins there. It's going to be a sweat fest. It's going to be a grind. But hopefully if we can come out with a cool icon or two at the end of it, it will definitely have all been worth it. So yeah, that's going to wrap up today's episode, boys. Do me a massive favor, hit that thumbs up button. If we can hit 4,000 likes, that would be outstanding. Thank you so much for that. Come follow me on social media. Twitter and Insta links are down below. I've been posting on there quite a lot, so come get your updates from me over there. And most importantly, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.